Welcome back, friends. Today I'm in my Baka studio and I'm going to play with my Cricut Joy. So this is a new purchase that I've made, and I've done it just so I can put a little word at the top. So let me show you what I'm talking about. I recently did this small painting with a gold background, and here it is. So you can see it's got gold leaf, and this is what we're going to do today. Okay, so stay tuned. I'm here at my studio at my computer, and we're going to see if I can figure out how to make a stencil with a Cricut machine. So first I have to create the actual stencil on the computer. I'm just going to do the word love, and then we have to connect to the Cricut, and we have to create the stencil, and then we have to transfer the stencil to the board that I created the artwork on, and then we can do our painting. Anyway, it looks like my updates are complete, so next stop, we create the stencil. We're just doing the word love. I'm looking for this, I don't know how you pronounce it. I think it's pronounced Hofler or Hofler. And it's the font that I use when I create my paintings as well. So I definitely want to keep it in that family. So supposedly, the spacing on this isn't too bad, but it's still not great. So I am going to ungroup, and then I'm going to take each letter. The space between the O and the V was like way too big. So that's better. And according to this, it's less than an inch, like 3/4 of an inch. So I'm going to measure. Here's my artwork. And I think I want my letters to be about 1.5 inches. Which now means that they're about 6 inches wide. Maybe just a little bit smaller. Okay. Again, it's still too much space, so I'm going to move this over a bit. I'm going to select them all, and I'm going to go to align, center vertically, so that they all kind of, because I think when I was adjusting I might have moved it a little bit. And now I'm going to group them, and I'm going to weld them. I think that's what I'm supposed to do. Never done this before. So anyway, we're going to turn this. Hold down the shift. Yeah. And I'm going to just put it somewhere sort of in the middle. I have a Cricut Joy, so it's only 6 inches wide, so I'm going to stick with that. I know that there's supposed to be a special way that you do stencils, but either way, it's gonna cut out the word love, so I'm just gonna do it like this. Supposedly, we just hit make it, I think. Let's see. And this is called a smart material. It's for Cricut Joy only, I think. So I'm going to select that without a mat. And here's my word love. So I'm just going to, I know I'm wasting material, but I'm just going to put it here in the center. continue. So it's looking for my Cricut. Okay. This is removable, so I'm going to choose Smart Vinyl Removable. And now I think it's just going to make sure that I have enough material. And I'm going to hit go. And then we hit unload. And there we are. Okay, so I'm just going to cut this into a more manageable piece. And we're going to move over to the other table and get this done. All right, so this is the piece that I did previously. And we have the fabric mosaic, and we have the gold foil on the background, and I've sealed the gold foil with GAC 200. And so now we're going to use this stencil up here so that I can easily paint in the word love without having to spend 2 hours carefully hand lettering this. I do this all the time on large canvases, but working really small like this is much harder, and it would really take me a long time. So I am going to take the easy way out using a Cricut. So if you've ever seen anybody use a Cricut before, what I have to do is peel away the letters, and I'm left with just the background, which I can then glue, temporarily stick to this board and then do my painting. So that's what the plan is anyway. So I'm going to use this little tool, which I've never used before. Love these experiments. It's not that easy. I think an X-Acto knife would have been easier. But this is supposed to be a tool specifically for doing this, so I am trying it. Okay. It might be fun to do something with these letters. The one good thing about experiments is it sometimes leads to some other fun thing. Okay, part 2 of this. Transfer paper. That's what this is. And I guess I should have measured first. I'm going to waste a lot of this. Let me see. Just gonna... All right, so I've got this. This is kind of like Frisket. I wonder if Frisket would work, and I wouldn't have to buy something else. And I'm going to lay it on top of here. This is just going to help me transfer. Use this little tool, and I'm going to burnish it down. Okay, get it down there really good. Now I guess I have to peel off. Can you tell I've never done this? Okay, so here we go. And we have to be really careful with this. So where's that other tool? There's this little flat thing. I think that helps me with this. I am an X-Acto knife person, so I guess things are easier for me with an X-Acto knife. Well, that worked. Okay, now I've already made little markings over here to help me line up. So let's see if I can figure that out, if I can still get it lined up. And I want my letters to be off the top a little bit. I'm just going to lay it down there for a second. I'm going to use my T-square to make sure that I'm good. Okay, and now I'm going to burnish it down. A lot of burnishing involved in this project. And then I'm going to peel off the transfer paper. Okay. Now this vinyl that I'm putting down is a removable vinyl, so we don't have to worry. Okay, so now the idea is to paint this. Now, on another project, I did do this one time before, and on another project I tried to seal it first, because that's what I normally do. I seal it with a little gel medium, and I get a nice crisp edge. But what ended up happening was I lost half my letters. So I'm not going to make that mistake again. Instead, I'm just going to lightly paint in here. And I'll probably do 2 coats. Okay, so we're going to let that first coat dry. All right, time for our second coat. Okay, I'm going to let this dry completely, and then we're going to try to lift off this removable vinyl, and let's just pray that we get a nice clean edge. Okay, so here we go. This may or may not work too good. I have no idea. Oh my God. Not too bad. Maybe I should have waited a little bit longer. I don't think it was completely dry. Actually, it looks pretty good. There's a little bit over here that I'm just going to scratch away and see if that works. Kind of goes with my rustic feel anyway, so I'm not too concerned that it's not 100% perfect. looks like. Not bad. So now all I have to do is sign it, and it's finished. Okay, so I'm going to sign the corner. Now I always put like another equal, because this is kind of thick and it's very hard to just control my hand. I need to rest it down on something, and just make sure that the ink is flowing. And here we go. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Come again soon. Give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.